friends, and welcome to another video. Today I am continuing on our Milan adventure, kind of. We are actually going to a town just outside of Milan, and that is Verona. So Verona, of course, is probably recognizable to a lot of you, and that is because it is the place, the setting for Romeo and Juliet. So there's lots of really cool bookish sites specifically dealing with that story, including Juliet's balcony and just a lot of really beautiful things. So we are gonna head there. It is about an hour and a half train ride outside of Milan. So we're gonna head to the train station and then show y'all Verona. I'm really excited because I don't really know what to expect. I know that again is the setting for Romeo and Juliet, but a lot of what it looks like or what it appears to be, I haven't looked at any images or any photos or anything, so I will be witnessing this along with you guys, so I'm very, very excited to go and experience this. It'll be really fun. Either way, we have a train to catch, so let's go. And so here we are in fair Verona, where we laid our scene. Our very first stop on this trip was not quite Romeo and Juliet related, but it was pretty cool. We went to see the Verona Colosseum, and it is one of the oldest colosseums in Italy. This colosseum is still being used today for concerts and opera performances, and it really gave the city a really unique Roman feel, which was amazing. Our next stop was going to the Basilica di San Zeno. This basilica is rumored to be the place where Romeo and Juliet got married. If you remember in the play, Juliet and Romeo got married in secret in a crypt, and this crypt is the place where, again, it is rumored that they got married, and it was really cool to see, even just for the church alone. It was a very beautiful place. There's also a place where Juliet's tomb is rumored to be, but we did not stop there.
Buongiorno.
Our next stop was the Vecchio Museum. This museum was very, very cool, and it definitely ticked off a bucket list item for Mac. It is one of the oldest castles in the Middle Ages that has been left standing in Italy, so it was very, very cool to see the castle remnants as well as the really unique museum inside. The next stop was the biggest stop on our Verona adventure, and that was Juliet's house and her balcony, which is where the classic balcony scene took place. This balcony was added to the house in 1936, and it wasn't quite the original, but it is very romantic and very sweet. And we of course saw the famous, or infamous if you're on that side of TikTok, Juliet statue. We did see a few people trying to get luck from the statue, but of course it is a little strange, to say the least. I don't know if I'm the biggest fan of having that be the way you get good luck from the statue. It feels a little sad for Juliet's story, but it still was a very cool experience to go see, and it was a very sweet place to visit. I think one of the coolest things about this entire experience was learning about the origins of the Romeo and Juliet story. So if you don't know, Shakespeare wasn't the original creator of the Romeo and Juliet story. The story was originally coined by Arthur Brooke, and he took his inspiration from the two feuding families of Italy, the Guelphs and the Ghibellines, which were feuding families in the Middle Ages. So it is kind of stemmed in real history, but of course the story has been amplified and changed as the years have gone on. And when Shakespeare made his iteration of the story, it blew up and became the tragedy that we see it as today. Of course, there is the debate of whether or not Romeo and Juliet is a tragedy or if it's a comedy, which we won't get into in this video, but it was a very interesting way to learn the history that I don't think I ever would have found out, and to explore a very beautiful place in Italy. You can also go inside the home of Juliet. We did not do that on this trip because we ran out of time, but it was again a wonderful experience to explore Verona and all of its beauty. It was one of our highlights of our entire trip to Italy, and even if you're not a Romeo and Juliet fan, or you are not the biggest fan of going to Milan, I highly recommend going to Verona because it's gorgeous. The oranges of the buildings are just breathtaking. The Colosseum is really cool, and it gives a really good mesh of Italian culture that we did not see anywhere else in Italy. It was very beautiful and fun, and I would highly recommend. But that is it for today's little short video. I hope you enjoyed our mini adventure to Verona, exploring the home of Juliet, and I will see you in the next video. Bye!